What's up, Raider Nation? Crazy breaking news in Vegas this morning. About it. What's up, Raider Nation? Spicy Raider Girl here with Omar. Mother Moon is behind the scenes, and we have special guest today, Nation's Most Hated, and Protect the Shield. I'm going to get that's going to roll off the tongue soon.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. It's Mother Moon here.
What's going on?
What's up?
So, yes.
Talk about.
We woke up to some, I don't know, somewhat surprising news. I think this has been in the works for a long time now. Tom Brady has been hinting at it, I think, for a while now. Of course, we all know Tom Brady's set to become a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders pending NFL approval, and Davis is excited about it. Brady is also part owner in the Aces, which Mark Davis is as well. So they definitely have a working relationship already. But remember, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member. Drinking Game Alert is Brady. Every time we say it, you know what to do, y'all.
Give yourself a little drink, a little twerk.
There you go.
Have a smoke.
So let's get into this because I've been on social media, of course, reading a lot of the comments, and most people seem to be pretty upset about it, and others are happy about it. So let's get into it. What do we think? Omar, what were your initial thoughts?
You know, I mean, let's just be honest. I'm just kind of like, hey, it's Tom Brady. He's already with the Aces. Wait, let me just start all over. I still hate the Pats, and that's going to be a thing. And this caused me to think more about Brady than I would like to. You know what I mean? Me, because of our history, I would love for Brady to go away, but now he's not. He's intertwined with the Raiders now forever because of his ownership. But he's a minority owner. Outside of this news of him being an owner, he's a minority owner. He's not going to make any decisions. He might, Mark Davis might think he's cool hanging out with him and being seen with Tom Brady. And I think Mark Davis is probably grown fond of Tom Brady, almost like his man crush on Gruden. I guess, like I said, after the smoke blows over, I'm not going to care. Just win, baby. I'm not going to care. I do have a conspiracy theory, though.
Okay, what's that?
I could see, because there's other owners here. There's other owners, minority owners that own the Raiders. And we know how the whole league just gushes over Tom Brady. I could see Tom Brady snagging this team up under Mark Davis because Mark only owns, 40-something? If he owned 47% before he sold a little piece to Tom Brady, how much does he own now? And I think that number is 47%. I'm not sure. But I know it's not 51%. I know it's not 60%. I know it's under 40. So my little conspiracy theory is, could this be the beginning of the end for Mark Davis? And then we may have to come back and discuss how we care again. But
yeah, technically him and his mother Carol own 47% of it. But yeah, less than half. And I see a lot of people were saying that Mark Davis needs to sell the team before this happened. It's like one of those things, be careful what you wish for, right? And then they're saying it again today. He should sell the team. Well, he already did. Chris, what do you think? What were your thoughts?
So, to be honest, I don't think it moves the needle either way. I mean, it's more of a, it's a name, Tom Brady's a name, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be making big, decisions. He's not going to be making big, the little money that he did put in at the end of the day is not a whole lot. So he's not going to he's not calling shots. But what I don't understand is the hate for Tom Brady. And I get it. We always talk about the Tuck rule, but I hate that daggone ref. I mean, Tom Brady just got away with it. I mean, like we hate this man so much, and honestly, we hate the Patriots so much. Me personally, I don't hate the Patriots as much as the next person. I hate the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Chargers. That's who I hate. Now,
Agree.
Brady and them, whatever. But ultimately, I'm not too upset about it. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm not excited about it. It's just I just don't understand the fans are like losing their shit over it, and I just can't understand why.
Yeah. Johnny, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
A lot of different ways to go about it. Like the conspiracy theory stuff. Maybe they're trying to slowly take the Raiders away from the Davis family. Got a bunch of Patriots everywhere. But then again, I don't think Tom Brady is going to come in and own a team and want to lose. And like you said, not too much involved with personnel and stuff like that. I think he's going to have a say. I think he's going to have a lot of great input. A guy with that track record, if he's on the sidelines demanding players, giving them some energy, crank them up a little bit more than Mark Davis would, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if he joins in on some QB meetings, that'll make a big difference. But besides that, I don't think it's a bad thing. Especially, someone told me, you guys hate Mark Davis. Well, that's the owner. Well, you have Tom Brady now. You can hate him instead. At the end of the day, you're hating.
Yeah.
So there you
It's
go.
all his fault.
Hate shifting?
You didn't want him to be your quarterback. Like you said, Spicy, be careful what you wish for. Well, he's the owner. So, yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. He was already doing business with Mark, so they have a relationship, and it's not like he's trying to sabotage the other team. Why would he want to do that to our team? So, just win, baby.
Yeah. So this is my thought of it. It's a little bit on the same lines that all of you are kind of saying, but I have 3 words for everybody. Get over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, listen, I'm actually, as an Oakland Raider fan, I was dying laughing today.
Yeah.
Because everyone is so pissed off. Because we were, as Oakland Raiders fans, I was so mad when they left. And guess what everyone told me? Get over it.
Get over it. Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So now that the Raiders are bringing the Patriots over, including Tom Brady, trading Carr, get over all of it. That's my opinion. We sit here and cry about one thing or the other. And like you said, Chris, this is Tom Brady. Tom Brady's wasn't his fault, right? That the referees made a terrible call.
Right.
It's just easy to gravitate towards hating him. And by the way, this guy has won more Super Bowl rings than any other franchise. Like, that's a winner.
That's a winner.
I'll take a winner on my team because the Raiders are, quite frankly, terrible and have been for decades.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We stand on our just win baby so much. But my thing is, so we actually are bringing people in that kind of have that winning pedigree. I mean, let's at least see what happens. I mean, like I said, Brady's not going to be calling all the shots, but at least he knows what it takes to win. He knows what an organization looks like from the inside. That's a winner. It can't hurt.
Right. Want to say what's up to everyone in the chat. Easy Raider. Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to Aiden in a little bit, but Brady becoming an owner, it's been a great week to be a Raider fan. So he has a totally different opinion than I think the majority of the people that I've seen on social media. Fishing Game, we've been hating Brady all this time. Now he really owns us. Yeah, because he's been owning the Raiders since what,
2001? Yeah. That was my thought. It's like, by this time, Brady's been inching in since the Tuck rule. He's had us by the cojones for I don't know how long, right? And it's just official.
Yeah, and he's alluded to it. I mean, everyone thought, I think his subliminal messaging about coming to the Raiders has been happening over the past couple of seasons, and I think everyone thought that meant as a quarterback. Yeah. So I think this has been in the works for quite some time. Listen, Mark Davis, you can say what you want about him, but he actually, I think, does have a plan and always has a plan. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows the direction. He knew where he wanted the team to play. And none of this stuff is really a surprise to me. Ana Diaz, what is going on? Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a member of the channel. If you want, you can become a member as well. Just hit that join button. Juan Hernandez, what's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Caleb, the podcaster, says, I think it's a good idea having Brady. All love. King Savage, Mark Davis is going to find some way to get Tom Brady to the Raiders. Well, yeah.
Well, he did.
Well, he did. It's just pending approval, but no,
Sure.
I mean, this is not going to be
Oh yeah,
denied.
It's not denied.
This is not going to be denied.
That third quarterback rule is going to be more meaningful for us now.
There you go. DB, after the Raiders leave and the A's drama, why does anyone think that these owners care about us? Just have a winning season, baby. Oh, yeah.
I totally agree with that.
The owners don't care about the fans at all.
No one cares about the fans. But
Willie Wayne, what's good?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying no one really cares about the fans. It's all business.
Yeah, and it's becoming a business more and more every year. I mean, this is evolving. I mean, 10, 20 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, it was really about the fans. Now it's all corporate. Sell these corporate boxes, sell these corporate PSLs. It's like, I know a lot of people have very expensive PSLs, so this is not over blanketed. You know, this is not a blanket statement, but those PSLs are geared towards corporations because the price tags on them is so high for us, for me. I'll speak for myself. For the average fan, I'll say. But for corporations, it's pennies.
right.
And isn't it a write-off? We talked business a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's total write-off. Total write-off. So, yeah, overall, if you want to call in, I'll put the call-in number. If you want to give us your opinion, it's 510-394-4409. Give us a call. Let us know what you think. But yeah, like I said, people seemed very upset. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I was actually laughing when I saw all the madness.
I'm going to say it a little differently. Raider Nation is very passionate about their team, so they have very passionate points of view. Some of that passion does look like losing your shit.
True, but I saw people losing their minds today. I remember when they left Oakland, people were like, I don't care if they play on the moon. I don't care this. I don't care that. And I see people today, I don't know why this matters. I canceled my NFL Sunday ticket. Like,
Right.
Okay. I'm not sure how that equates. But okay.
I think the hated rivalries are fun. I enjoy hating the Pats. I'm not going to let it go because I don't want to. I want to hate the Pats. I want to hate Denver. I want to hate Kansas City. They just like, I talk to people about Mahomes. I'm like, yep, great player, bad team. You know what I mean? Like, I got to hate them. It doesn't matter. Do I enjoy the competition? Of course. Tom Brady. I mean, the rules for quarterbacks changed because of Tom Brady. They grazed that boy's leg one day, and we had a new penalty created. I love to hate him for it. I do. And I think this help, at least for me, I ain't going to speak for other people, that healthy sense of competitive hate, hating the team and the rivalry. I'm not going to go out here and, cock somebody over the head over this crap, but it's just good, jaw-jacking, shit-talking, and I mean, I was looking at some of the memes going down when this whole thing broke about, hey, Tom Brady has to buy the team from Mahomes because he's the one who really owns the Raiders. I mean, I was seeing so much of this shit, I just had to laugh. Like, you know what I mean? It was just crazy. So I get it. I get some of that stuff. I mean, like I say, I ain't losing my mind over it. I'm going to forget about this because Tom Brady's not going to make he ain't going to make any decisions, at least not anytime soon for the Raiders.
Right.
So,
Right.
It's fodder. It's fodder. It's good shit talking, and that's going to be about it. After that, it's just, hey, just win. I'll go into denial about it. Brady who? Now he doesn't exist.
But the thing is, the memes are funny, and it's like one of those things. It's like I can laugh at us, but the rest of you can't. But now we're just like literally the laughing stock of the league. It's like every move.
There's a lot around though. I mean, I see shit about every team. You go to some of these, I'm in some of these NFL groups, and everybody's catching it. It don't matter. You just won a Super Bowl, fuck you. They'll find something to talk shit to you about. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I mean, and I love it. I do. I'm just like, I love it. So, it makes it fun. It does. But I'll say this, though. I don't think, like I say, I don't think Tom Brady's going to make us any better or any worse. I think we all know where that squarely is going to fall, whose shoulders that's going to fall on. So, I mean,
to be honest, I think that Brady might play like a John Madden role because I'm not sure if you guys saw my interview with Hugh Jackson yesterday, but He was saying that. I mean, Mark, he understands that he doesn't know football and understand it. So at least he goes and gets people around him that understands the game. So I think that original group that he had, a lot of them died off. And I think even like Marcel Reese was someone that he used to trust. So I think Brady is going to kind of give him that sense of, okay, here's a football guy around me that can at least advise me when I don't know which direction to go. So I don't know. I'm not too worried about it, honestly.
Well, that'll certainly make a difference. That'll certainly make a difference in winning if that's the case.
Yeah.
Since they have a relationship, maybe Brady's not the one to say yes or no.
Your mic's on. No.
Oh, what I was saying is that they have a relationship. So I think Brady's not going to be a yes man to whatever Mark says. He's just going to tell him like it is.
Real. Yeah. Yep.
And then again, he might not. There are certain great players that you don't see coaching. You don't see them doing anything because guess what? They were a great player, and they kind of understand the fact that you could be a great player and a shitty coach. You could be a great player and a terrible GM because what you did was your talent and hard work. And then at GM talent and hard work, you don't have that talent. That's someone else's talent. So you never know what a Tom Brady, short of, like I say, what we're seeing tonight and all this stuff. You just never know with these guys because greatness on the field does not necessarily translate to greatness off the field in football-related, business. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. What we just got is some good fodder. But there's some other stuff going on today, outside of this that I know I was excited about. Spicy? And maybe I'm just optimistic. So the moment I saw it, I ran all the way for a touchdown. Can I just go into it?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but our guy he posted on his Instagram a little picture of himself. Hold on here. Where's it at? There it is. And I was like, oh, he's about to resign. Oh, he's finna resign long term. He posted a picture of himself in his new number.
Demon time with the demon time emoji. He's ready.
Yeah.
I like that.
Texting all the homies like, oh, he's gonna talk because this is the final piece that I'm waiting on at least in the off season. Is are we gonna resign him? So at least that was my thought. I saw it and I ran for the fences. I was, oh yeah, he's gonna be back.
Yeah, and I think it really puts the rumor to kibosh that's been going on since last season because you saw the fire sale at Raider Image with Carr's jerseys half off, Waller's jerseys half off, and Jacobs jerseys half off, which everyone was speculating meant that he was going to get traded or wanted out. But he's been talking about this number change for like 2 years now. Like, I don't think this is any surprise. And actually, that's why I thought his jersey was 50% off. He wore number 8 while he was in college. So he's just going back to those roots. He said he said all along he wanted to do this. So at least hopefully it puts those rumors to rest. And he'll sell more jerseys. So cha-ching for him. Everyone that's got a 28 jersey now got to go cop their 8 jersey.
But he could have put a picture of himself in his college uniform. He did it with a Raider. That put some effort. He did some photoshopping and shit on this.
Oh, you're giving him the credit for Photoshop, huh? Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. I don't know. He posted it though. This is off his Twitter. This is something he tweeted. So I got this right from his Twitter page. So that's why I'm like, he could have tweeted himself in his old, college jersey, but he didn't. He tweeted himself in a number 8 Raider jersey. So he's signing. He
gets more money that way. Everybody's going to want his both numbers.
So what do you guys make of the number changes? Well, it looks the way they've changed the numbers, like, defensive end number 9 now, right? Like, it's so unusual to see. That's like a quarterback number. It's like you have to switch gears a little bit to get used to these guys in these numbers that kind of don't make sense of what we've been used to for so long.
Yeah, me personally, I like I like the look of a single digit number to be honest. Maybe not necessarily the defensive player, but I think Jacob's gonna look good in that 8, man. And just kind of like Omar said, I was just happy to see him post it. So when I first saw the picture, I thought it was just someone, just making a picture. But seeing that he posted it himself, that says a lot, because I know earlier in the year, I think he unfollowed the Raiders on IG or something, to kind of make a stand. So even seeing that he has his profile picture wearing Raiders, and then this, I mean, it almost makes me believe that whatever conversation that they're having behind the scenes regarding the contract, they must be going at least advantageous for him, at least for now. So we'll see.
Yeah, we can hope. Johnny, what were your thoughts when you woke up and saw this?
Means that part of the process is already done. If they're talking scenes like, oh, I want to be number 8 though. Yeah, okay. We just got to work out a few more things with the money or whatever. So it's a good sign. He's always throwing subliminal messages and in Raiders jersey, posting it himself. He's on board, and maybe that's all he really cared about in the end. Been trying to do it for like a year or two. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, the number of changes is not a big deal, but it does look good sometimes on the offense, but not on the defense. Kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Ends like 99 and it's 52. Why not? Stuff like that. Good if we have him. That's a huge piece that we don't know. It was a big question mark, because if we do lose him, it's like a big hole. Everything all good that we already created, you want to call it good so far. I think it's good. And then to Marcus Davis, that guy, don't let him fool you, man. He's doing smart stuff. Like, you can't beat him, acquire them. Take them all. He has them all there. They're all smart people. And like I said, he's already doing business with Tom. So there's familiarity. It's a good thing. They're doing some smart things, okay? And we're going to see it all come together.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of numbers, let's go into this one here. Too many Carr stands going to compare O'Connell to Carr with the number 4. I was hoping he would think outside the box and pick number 0. This was an interesting choice, I have to say. I thought it wasn't, because he was number 16 in college, I think.
Yeah.
So it makes it like there. What's his mentality? Like, I don't know if he's made a statement on it or anything, like why he decided to go with 4, because we've been so used to seeing Derek Carr in number 4 for so many years now. And again, if it was his college number, I go, oh, that totally makes sense.
Well,
but
16, I know Jacoby Myers is wearing 16, so I know that's not available. But I mean, there's really not that many numbers, because like we talked about earlier, we got defensive ends wearing 9, and so
right.
You got players changing to those single digit numbers, and 4 was available.
What's the number 16? Who's number 6? Wait, we got somebody that's number 6 already, right? Isn't that kicker, punter?
Yeah, probably one of those. Yeah, like Carlson. Yeah, Carlson's 3 or 2.
I think somebody is 6, but I just thought number 4, huh? I gotta laugh real quick, but then I like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just find it humorous with people getting like so upset about it. Like, calm down. The Raiders don't retire numbers. They're certainly not going to retire his. He's on a different team now. So for people to, so AJ Cole is number 6. I think Carlson is number 2. So
yeah. So
so why not take 4 if it's available?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like these same people. They're not upset when Marshawn Lynch or Michael Huff wore 24.
Right.
Marshawn Lynch wore 24. Abram wore 24. Mike Mitchell wore 34 for Bo Jackson. It's like, I mean, you guys just picking and choosing, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they get super sensitive about some things.
Certain people, yeah.
Yeah, especially Carr, I feel.
Oh, yeah. That's such a, geez. I have no idea why that's such a hot button, but it is, man.
You know what I have to say to that?
Yes, I know.
Get over it.
Get over it.
I mean, and it's such a hot button on both sides. For the car haters and the car lovers. It's just like it's just turned into a third rail. It might be worse than the Republican and Democrat third rail.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. But let's I'll read some of these comments here, and then we'll segue into the new rule with the quarterback Josh Jacobs. King Savage agrees. That means Josh Jacob is back. Matt says, pay JJ so he will stay at least another 3 years. But yeah, sign that man. Sign that man for sure. Okay.
Can you imagine if we
like
didn't?
DC clone? I don't know about that one. Besides the number 4, I don't really see any similarities, but that's my opinion. King Savage, we'll talk about Marcus Peters a little bit later, but since we're on the quarterback, you want to segue into the new rule here?
This is very interesting from I guess what went down with the 49ers going down to, was he even a quarterback? So they've agreed now that they can carry a third quarterback. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I read this so does this mean you can have a 52-man roster, a 54-man roster? Like you can have one extra player that's a third quarterback that won't count against a roster spot? Or am I reading that wrong?
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. I think that, you could probably just have that third just emergency back or quarterback. So
because that's the way I'm reading it.
Yeah. So it's just an extra part. It doesn't count for the main people that you dress. So
right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so it doesn't to have a third quarterback won't take a roster spot.
Right.
That's how I'm reading this. I mean, because I haven't seen the details.
Because didn't they do that for like during COVID anyway? Didn't they like allow another couple spots during the whole COVID season? So it might be similar to that.
Carry a few more, yeah. It was something like that. I don't know if it was exactly carry more players, but it was something about how you move people, and it was something about that. You know, whether you had extra amount from your practice squad or something. But yeah, they were allowing extra players that didn't count against the number of total players you could have. So, but yeah, this is kind of, so so who's going to be the odd man out? Hoyer?
Meek Robertson.
Matt says Santa Clara goes through QBs like potato chips.
All right.
Does that mean we have the crumbs?
But I'm like, this is perfect timing because, Garoppolo has not made it, through a season in for a minute. So,
hey, sometimes the crumbs, last satisfying too.
What's that? Someone else's treasure thing? Someone's trash is someone's treasure?
Yeah. Somebody's crumb is the best.
I'm thinking finally there's a new rule just in time that can help the Raiders.
How so, though? How do you think that really helps the Raiders?
Because Garoppolo's injury prone.
Because Jimmy's never.
Yeah, but I mean, if he got injured, did have time? I don't know. I guess. I guess I don't want to be like, yes, this helps right. This is gonna help the Raiders when Jimmy goes down.
When he goes down, we got an extra tire there. We have a spare.
I mean, because really, if you think about it, if Jimmy does go down, knock on wood, and then we got like an 85-year-old quarterback backing him up in Brian Hoyer. So who knows how long he's gonna last,
right?
So we might need that. I mean, I'm not gonna say we might need it, but hey, let's hold on to that third spot. We'll hold on to it.
Right.
Yeah, that Brian Hoyer thing isn't interesting as a backup. I get it. Former Patriot, knows the system, blah blah blah. But I mean, he is dated.
Was he like in his late 20s?
No, he's 37. He's 37 years old, and I think I get people are playing later and later into their career these days, but on average, that's still pretty old, especially for a quarterback. Well, for anyone really.
Yeah.
Matt says, I wonder if Jimmy G will be less injury prone in McDaniel's system than in Shanahan's. I don't know.
I think you better sign Josh Jacobs because Josh Jacobs will also keep Garoppolo healthy. Because if they don't respect our running game, it's over.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
over.
they're gonna blitz. I think Matt's onto something though. I mean, if you really think about a Shanahan system, they tear quarterbacks up. So they hold on to the ball. They have a lot of long developing plays. Whereas for the most part, McDaniels, he wants his quarterback to get the ball out of the hand quickly. So I think Jimmy's gonna stay healthy, man. I do.
I do too. I'm kind of
I'm
leaning
with
that
you on
way.
you,
I'm
yeah.
with you. I think it's just kind of time for right. I feel like maybe he's got something to prove again. He got injured. Brock Purdy comes in out of nowhere and like shines and doesn't lose, and you can kind of lose your job over it. And I don't know. I feel like I would have like a chip on my shoulder or want to be like prove myself.
I'll be more optimistic once we get Jacob signed. If we get Jacob signed, I think every chance in the world for Garoppolo to be healthy and last the whole season is extremely high. You know what I mean? So that's all. I just need to see that, and I'll be all like, oh, yeah, we got it. We have a chance.
We have a chance.
Yep.
So I'd say this: Niners, it's their fault for this rule because they got broken, right? Niners, they made a new rule for you because you got broken. But us, they make new rules for us because they don't want to see us win. That's the difference right there. Okay, and this kind of opens a little door. Maybe Tom Brady come out the suit in the owner.
Clark Kent, baby.
Hey, Mark Davis, hey, all our prime time games. If we go to the playoffs, I'll play in those too. Maybe it's scripted. And then Aiden O'Connell, like the organization, they don't care about Carr. They move the F on, especially. And they say we're gonna get a freaking backup in the draft, and we're gonna give him number 4. Biggest slap to the face to all the Carr stands right there. Big time.
I'm just wondering if you pitched this to Netflix yet.
Crazy.
It's the 80 for Brady sequel here.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And by the way, if you're participating tonight, you're old enough. The drinking game alert is Brady. Every time we say it, drink, toke, or twerk, light that button, hit that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member. And this is a good segue into the primetime games that the Raiders have this year. Okay, we've said a lot of stuff about Mark Davis on this show, but this might be the favorite thing that I've ever had to report. Mark Davis explains his stance on Thursday night football flexing with a dig at the Chargers. I have never seen something so great coming out of this man as a quote. I've actually never even heard him say a quote longer than 2 words at a time. Yep. Omar, do you have it up?
Oh, yeah.
All right. He says in response to that, he went in and voted no for the flex. He said, if you have a Raiders-Chargers game in Las Vegas scheduled for a Thursday and all the fans driving from Las Vegas, the Raiders fans and all 3 Chargers fans buy their tickets and book their hotels, how in the hell do you schedule it and now say, sorry, it's on Sunday? Oh my gosh, that's like the greatest dig of all time.
Yeah, it is. I hadn't read that.
He said, we still running-ish in LA. All 3 of you going to be upset.
All 3. I love it.
That is the best thing I've heard that man say.
You know what? Hold on. Where's my... Wait, what are these buttons? What are these buttons? I'm giving him a round of applause.
Oh.
He's been quoted saying a lot of things, but that's by far the best, quote. The best Mark Davis quote thus far.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It definitely seems like so anti-Mark too. So that's like, so maybe he's feeling himself, man. He got Brady as a partner now.
He got some swag. He got some Brady swag.
He got swag.
Brady swag.
Fuck that talk, Mark. Fuck that talk.
Oh.
We got the refs in our pocket now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey. We got Brady. We got the refs. Okay. I'm not mad at that.
When we start winning, they're going to say, oh, well, you guys have Brady, so you're obviously cheating now. You haven't been good at all.
And just win.
What did Al Davis say? I think Al Davis was quoted as saying something like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
Hey, and the Patriots won by cheating, so whatever.
That's literally what they do.
Yeah. So, Jason Marshall, Salute Nation, first timer on live. Welcome. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Subscribe to the channel. Hit up these guys'
Welcome, Jason.
channel as well, and Instagram. Their info is up there on their screen. Jason says, I'll say it first. Brady going to have 10 Super Bowl rings before he's dead. He's at 7 right now, so he's winning 3 with the Raiders.
I'll take it.
All right, I like the prediction.
We'll take that. We'll take
Forget
it.
before he's dead. Let's do before he turns 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, Jason. Let's switch
You
it
know,
up.
you know what else I'm waiting on though? I'm waiting for some of those picks when he's working out with the quarterback. When he's working out with the Raider quarterback, there's gonna be some picks leaked.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. You're waiting. Okay, you're waiting for the picks. Brady and Garoppolo.
Oh,
I guess I envision them without having shirts on, but
Oh Lord. I was like, where's she going with this?
I was like, I'm waiting for those picks too.
I'm glad the fellas knew what I was talking about.
I'm just saying, when you said it, that was my visual. That's all. I'm sorry, my bad. I will not speak out my visuals moving forward.
No, please share. Please share.
I really think he's not gonna go and throw the ball with them in practice and mess around for fun.
Oh, totally.
Definitely.
You don't think so?
Sure.
No, I
will.
think we all think that.
Yeah. Oh,
to be honest, I expect it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
he wants to win. He's a winner. And if he can help by being out there on the field, coaching, whatever, I mean, this would be pretty iconic, right? He ran the AFC for so long. Then he bumped over to the NFC. Then he ran them. And then to win as an owner, that's huge. That's like an accomplishment I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah, that's fire.
So if you can have that on your resume, he totally wants it.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him on the field during games and not not in the special booth up top. Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of them.
He's not gonna be like a corporate puppet owner. That guy's
Yeah,
hell. He's
Right.
wants to win, and he'll do whatever he did to become great in New England. Because no one really, he was overlooked, didn't have the intangibles or whatever. But hey, you can apply the same thing as an owner. You could be successful.
Yeah.
So no picks in the box with Ice Cube, huh? Dang.
I think he'll bounce back and forth. I kind of see him like on the field pregame and then in the box during the game. I kind of see both.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, isn't that kind of what like Elway did? I mean, I know he wasn't an owner, but I mean, Elway was the president for a while for the Broncos. So, you know, he was always on the sideline, and you know, I wouldn't mind Brady doing that as well, just being on the sideline, pulling Jimmy G aside, like, "Hey, I saw that was a wrong read, man. You should have did it like this."
I think we're going to see that.
Hell yeah.
That would be sweet.
Tough.
Jason says he's addicted to football. Already bought a home in Vegas. He'll be around every moment he can get. Oh, 100%. I mean, listen, this guy blew up his family because he loved the game so much.
Hater.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be like, peace out, family, and just
And then
like
stop
kick
what
it on
you're
the
doing.
sideline and be like, oh, well, let's go golfing.
Right.
I don't know. Giselle might be a little crazier than we think, man. I heard she's into like witchcraft and stuff. Maybe he didn't want to be around her. Like,
She did some good voodoo on him because he excelled.
Isn't witchcraft a thing in Massachusetts? I mean, hell, that's where it all went down.
That is true.
You know, well, even Godsmack is from Massachusetts, and they claim witchcraft. So I think it's a Massachusetts thing. Hey, and the Raiders can use a little voodoo if it can work for it. I won't be mad.
Whatever works at this point.
You know.
Well, hold on. Let's not ask for that either, because remember, they're not on good terms, and if she's doing voodoo on anybody,
Good point.
it's on him.
Good
So
point.
let's circle that one back.
Didn't I see something about he was hanging out with a Kardashian or something that was trying to leak I don't want no problem. I don't want no smoke with that.
Oh, I don't know.
No, we leave him out of it.
Yeah, I don't want no Kardashian, none of that.
They were trying, right? Because you know what she does to dudes.
Man, she just
She be,
We
Are
are
you
not
saying she
going there.
curses, guys? Is that what you're saying?
I'm like, man, he messed around with a Kardashian. He'd be at the Bunny Ranch doing cocaine and.
No, stop.
Oh, no. Oh, well, this is interesting. So I just Googled it. It said Tom Brady speaks on Kim Kardashian stalking him.
see what I'm saying?
It's starting already.
Yeah, I don't want those problems.
I mean, listen.
Then Kanye's gonna
Allegedly.
start stalking him.
Allegedly. Thank you.
I'm just reading the Google here.
All right. Hopefully the story I saw that he was done with models, including Instagram personalities like her, is over. So maybe he's gonna go after more. Maybe he's gonna be more cerebral about his dating. You know.
Honestly, I don't care who
I
he
don't
dates.
care, I'm like, it doesn't
He can
matter.
date Instagram model Kim Kardashian and another supermodel all at once for all I care.
Keep your business off the field.
Yeah, just as long as he helping us win, okay.
Not him, though. Not
I ain't got
him.
nothing to say about that.
But it's going to be a wild season for sure. I mean, this has kind of already been a very interesting offseason. I mean, obviously, it really started the end of last year with Carr being benched and,
Yeah.
you know, that whole turn. And we thought they'd keep Stidham. They get rid of him. The Waller trade. By the way, the Renfro trade, I think, is still kind of looming as well. I don't think that's a done deal. Jacobs hasn't been signed yet. You know, awesome draft, in my opinion, especially the first pick. So
We are in for a ride.
You got this Brady news. Like, it's been crazy. I think it's going to be a good season, though.
I do too.
Well, good, not great. I don't think it's going to, listen, let's calm down.
Wait. You got what? 10 wins, 11 wins? You predicted?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe that's a part of the crazy season. Is that your prediction comes true?
Yeah, I was going one game at a time, and it made sense as I was doing it one game at a time. But then the number at the end, I was like, "Yep, no."
One game at a time.
Yeah, we ended at 12-5, Spicy. I think we both did.
Yeah. And you know what I'm gonna blame that on? I was at an Aria at a pool party at the Aria earlier, and this was not in my right mind.
Oh man, you'll be genius if we hit it though. You'll be genius. Like,
Oh my
I called
gosh.
it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But Johnny had us winning like 14 games, didn't he?
That's right. I don't have the numbers on me, but yeah.
Ironically, the optimistic Omar
Yeah, I had us at like
had the
14
least amount of wins as anybody. That's a first.
and 3. I had us at 14 and 3.
Yeah.
You know? Before Brady, pre-Brady.
Can I just say, okay, I'm getting like blown up by one person in my what you call it, my Facebook Messenger right now, all in caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 messages, all in caps. Oh, there's more coming through about how he feels about this Tom Brady trade, and he's mad as hell.
Well, does he want to call in?
He does not. Because in all respect to you, I'm not going to get on the phone with people that's going to kiss Tom Brady's ass. Yes, I love the Raiders, but not Brady. He's like going on and on.
I don't think we love Brady. We are not loving on him. Okay, let's make that clear.
Yeah,
we know. It is what it is, and we just have to get over it.
This guy is totally on one. I have a Raider jersey that says F Brady with number 24, Woodson number. Tom knows it was a fumble. Acting like a little biatch. Laughing on TV after that game.
He did.
I was like,
woo,
there's more coming.
Somebody a little mad. Okay.
Get over it.
And we'll see you at the game, right? We'll see you at the game.
All right.
Like, that's hysterical.
Like, chill. I didn't make the trade, all right? This is not my doing. I found out about it today like the rest of y'all, so chill.
Raider fans wear those scars, man. They wear them.
Oh, speaking of wearing scars, the latest one, I have a Raiders tattoo and a new Vegas tattoo. I got it on the same day they broke the ground in Vegas.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude, chill.
Oh, that's great.
That's a lot of info.
That is, huh? But then we always talked about who is it that you follow? The shield, the name, the colors, the players,
the city,
the
this,
city.
the that. If you're a Raider fan, you're a Raider. That's why I was laughing today.
Yeah.
Only because people gave us so much crap for so long about being upset about the move.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
okay.
you know.
Oh, Patriot thing came out. I remember reminding people we had a really great reclamation project that came from the Patriots who won us a couple Super Bowls at the quarterback position. So, you know, I get it, but it's because, you know, like I said, we won with former Pat before, the tuck rule. You know what I mean? So if you
Yeah.
think about our history, we do have a history of bringing in players and, getting the best out of them. So let's hope we can definitely repeat that with Garoppolo and get the best out of him.
But I think I'm liking Johnny's idea here that we might have the refs in our pocket a little bit.
Hey,
I'm gonna stick with that one.
Brady. Are you kidding me? We might have the whole league behind it. That's what I was saying. This could be the start of a great conspiracy because the league he's the poster child of the NFL. So
he's gonna win a lot of people over if he's on the sidelines and they see him cussing out refs.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
No, what we probably will get though is letters to the league. I definitely can see letters to the league written by Tom Brady about some bullshit calls.
That's awesome.
Like they do one of those challenges and they go, let's cut to New York, and it's like Tom Brady making the decision. Dude, at this point, Jerry Jones is going to be a Raiders fan.
Wow.
No, it will be interesting to see, though. Will be interesting to, on a serious note, it will be interesting to see the impact that Tom Brady makes, whether it's on the field, his tutelage, his IQ, if you will, to help Mark Davis, and the whole front office, kind of develop and get new talent. So we'll see. I mean, I don't. If we're okay, we can still talk about how we quote unquote hate Tom Brady all day. But to Chris's point early on, this was a bad call by the NFL, a bad call by the referees. So, and at that time, honestly, Tom Brady didn't have the refs in his pocket. He was a nobody backup quarterback. They're not making special rules for him at this time. Maybe now, but not then. So
they have to start at some point, though.
Right. So I think the hate is kind of like needed to be redirected, right? Should be hating on this NFL referee and the whole staff.
Hey, but here's one really positive thing. If I'm going to say anything that to me is going to be the most positive thing about this situation that, outside of, any influence he may have with the quarterbacks and anything else inside the Raiders organization. But, he's got a $300-something million contract to be in the booth. And the Raiders have notoriously had bad press all the time. I mean, literally. So I do think one thing that I could put some money on is that having Tom Brady in the booth now, I think we will now start getting a lot more positive press. So, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one thing I was like, ooh, I can see us, the eyes of public perception of the Raiders is going to change.
Is that good though? I mean, okay. On that note, I'm not, because the it's already changing, right? Like to me, I like the Oakland vibe and the Oakland culture, and they've been trying to change that ever since they moved to Vegas. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I think so. Here's what I'm talking about, though. Whether they're not talking about the fans, you got to remember some of our mystique was all about the play on the field, and it was almost like it was almost, what would be the word for it? It was like an environment for referees to look at us through windows of eyes that saw us in the 70s, in the 80s, and never saw us anymore beyond that. So it was a culture of hate towards the Raiders that I'm talking about. So I'm thinking that positivity could equate to fairness on the field, because I don't care what anybody say. I think that culture of that of how the league looked at the Raiders was something we felt the negative side of in the penalties we got and all kinds of other things. So you know what? I think it's going to help. I do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, in that aspect, I suppose if we can get better calling, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, there hasn't really been, that's the most controversial call ever, though. All these other things are so like ticky-tacky, I think. Every team's going to complain that they get bad calls, like in every sport. Like, especially if you like look at basketball, like their team, nobody ever fouls. If you ask any basketball player, nobody ever fouls. It's always what?
But it seemed like we got a lot more than others, though. You're right. Every team
getting a lot more Yes,
It seemed like
but they were they earned. You know, a lot of I'm just saying, like, all those calls weren't necessarily bad calls. It's because the Raiders earned those calls.
I'll say we lost every judgment call. If it was a 50-50 call, it went against us.
Well, yeah, there's been some total BS calls. I mean, the obviously the tuck rule, the index card.
Oh, that index card too.
The index card.
Oh my god!
Come on, the index card.
That guy should have been fired on the spot. That ref.
That was hella disrespect.
This is true. The Raiders are the most penalized team by far in the NFL.
That's true.
True. However, I'm just saying that doesn't mean they were all unearned.
Oh no, you're right. No,
Yeah.
I mean honestly, a lot of them were earned. I mean because we weren't disciplined.
Right.
You know,
but to me, the Raiders were the team in the hoodie. Yeah. We're the team in the hoodie. Yeah. Refs were the police.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I think this Tom Brady situation, especially him in the booth, could help. You know, I'm not going to say he's going to be like David Carr.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to go that far, but I think it'll help. I do. I think it'll be a benefit.
Matt says, one reason our defense is bad is because of the refs. I don't agree with that. That's listen, the defense is bad because the defense is bad. You know, and you're not getting look at Leatherwood. You know, how many bad that he was bad because he was bad. And all those calls were earned.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's
no.
Just lack of discipline. I mean, I think that's what it is. And kind of what Johnny was saying earlier. I mean, this new regime of the Patriots, like they're real analytical, man. Like they're thinkers. So like getting a lot of guys like that around it can only help us, you know, just from the bottom or from the top down. So, you know, sounds like Josh McDaniels wants smart players. So he wants players that's going to not jump. I mean, when you jump off sides, that's a mental breakdown. That's all that is, you know. So get some guys that's smart, that understand the down and distance and the situational football, and a lot of those penalties are going to go away.
But I think we had systemic issues too. I mean, from coaching to not keeping your good players to fill out the roster. You know what I mean? I think like our defense has just gone through. You know, it was a bastard child. You know, if you come out of the '80s. And then all of a sudden we went into this, you know, we were more we used to be defensive led. We went into becoming kind of offensive led. And then the defense just became the bastard child of our team. So hopefully, you know, we can change that. So
you know the crazy thing, I got it confirmed yesterday that Al Davis literally was a defensive coordinator. Literally. He basically told you, Jackson, you run the offense, I run the defense. I thought that was so crazy. Like I thought he was joking. And I'm just I got my 1972 playbook, baby. I'm ready. Cover one.
So he's speaking of. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but Chris had a interview with Hugh Jackson on his channel, so make sure you go check that out. But yeah, I think we all kind of suspected that, but you know, to confirm it,
I was like. He was like, you run the offense, I got the defense. I'm like, you're the owner, dude. Like, oh man, that was crazy.
I mean, a lot of people talked about how much of a micromanager Al Davis was. You know what I mean? That is, you know, it's time to kind of pass to do what he used to do. So, you know, where, hey man, you need to get a whole bunch of freaking, you know, get the right people in there. Kind of what Mark Davis tried to do. You know what I mean? With Wolf. So, I mean, it's pretty good. So, but we'll see.
So I know we're short on time here, but we haven't gotten around to talking about Davante Adams' interview. Chris, I'm going to go ahead and let you lead this conversation.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people were kind of talking about his original article that was out. So that caused a lot of issues, but on his most recent interview with I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but
I saw a little bit.
Yeah, so it was, to me as a fan, it was inspiring because not only was he just talking about from a football aspect, but he was talking about just how much he likes Vegas just as a city. It's good for his family. It's good for his kids. Like he doesn't want to go anywhere. Everyone thinks just because he
Not going anywhere.
talking objectively about something means that he wants to go play somewhere else. Devontae wants to stay here. He wants to win here, and he clearly said it. So I liked it. I don't know if you guys, what do you guys think on that?
I agree with you. I don't think he's going anywhere, and he's certainly not going anywhere this season.
No.
And I like that kind of vocal opinion from a leader of the team.
Yep.
You know, just to sit back and be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm cool with everything." Well, you're not producing wins. How like we should not be cool with that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So to have him kind of verbalize those types of things, I respect that.
Me too.
And that means he cares and he's loyal and he wants to win. And if he wants to stay in Vegas, he wants to stay on a winning team. That means he doesn't want to leave. Exactly. So it's like, don't force his hand into leaving because you can't produce.
Exactly. Because I always think about the whole Randy Moss thing. You know, we think about, last time we had a real star. I mean, Randy Moss just quit on us. You know, he just literally quit. We have
right on play. He used to quit during play.
He's like, screw this, man.
Yo, they were just straight up saying, hey, you can tell when the ball ain't going to him.
Oh, yeah. It's like, come on, man. But then we got Devontae, who literally is like, man, I'm not going down without a fight. Coach, ownership, let's do this. And,
right.
And I don't know. I respect it. So it was a good interview. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and I think people are going to respect that, and the players are going to see him as a leader. I think the ownership and the front office is going to see him as somebody who wants to win. And I think, like I said, vocalizing that is only going to make the team better. Content is not good. Exactly. Can't be content with a mediocre 500 season. Look, and I don't think it has anything to do with Carr. I think he respects Jimmy as a quarterback. I think he wants to be a Raider. He's a longtime Raiders fan. I'm sure he saw it going in the direction of him playing with Carr moving forward, but that didn't happen. And I don't think that means, he's just done with it.
No, he's got to look after his family, after his career. So, yeah, I like him being vocal. He probably did it in a very respectful way.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm on board with him.
Look, from top to bottom, the Raiders have always been based off Al Davis's will to win, period. And towards the end, he got old, work out the same. Now you got Mark Davis bringing in all these smart guys. They're trying to build something. It takes time. It's different than everything we've had for a long time, starting with discipline. And then now, I'd like to say this new regime letting Devontae have a voice. And obviously they're talking to him about what they're trying to do. And it's like, oh, we don't see eye to eye. Well, yeah, because we have big ass offense, all these new guys, we're still constructing it together. We're still trying to get everyone to learn how they're gonna learn this offense. And for him to actually have that empowerment with your owners, with your GM, it's a great thing, because it's not like they're just bringing guys in and just like, do whatever we say and shut up. It's a lot different. And they already gave everyone, everyone who wants to complain about stuff, they had their chance. They kept Waller. They kept Renfro. They gave Carr Devontae Adams. They kept Carr. They wanted to give him a deal. Didn't work out. And here they are. They're moving now. And they didn't look back. They're constructing a whole team from top to bottom. They got a lot of good pieces so far. So you got to see how it pans out. But it's a good treatment of the players right now. If he can say that, they trust him.
Exactly. Because to be honest, I don't even know if players could do that in New England. Because if you think about it, like you hear like Chad Johnson talk about like his time in New England, like it was so militant that I don't think Devontae could have said that in New England, and and they really listened to it, because I think Bill was just like that. But like Johnny said, is I think that the fact that they went to him, talked about it, and the key to the first article was we didn't see eye to eye on the urgency of us winning. That's kind of what it was. It was like, I think honestly, we all know Devontae wanted Aaron Rodgers. We all know that.
Yep.
The other, the front office is like, that's not going to help us long term, and it's not going to help out our overall team. So I think that's kind of where the eye to eye was. But I think Devontae's going to be fine.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a good point with the Rodgers thing. And hey, it would have been nice if they could make that happen, but we've said this on the show a bunch of times. He wanted too much for what the Raiders could have potentially gotten out of him, and I think that was the biggest problem. Santana, thank you. Welcome to the show. Yep. And I hope Brady starts to make some changes with the play calling, because he made his own play calling and success as QB with the Pats. That's true. And I don't think Carr had that leniency, if you will, or luxury, especially under Gruden. So maybe they can implement, some sort of new decision-making type of thing. What are the rules? I actually don't know what the rules are. Clearly, you said earlier, Chris, that Al Davis ran the defense as an owner. Are there rules implemented today that would hinder somebody like Tom Brady interjecting? Like, what do you know? Does anyone know what the fine line is of how much they can kind of coach or mentor?
Oh yeah, anyone can mentor. So yeah, there's nothing that Tom probably can't do. Tom can probably be out there on the sideline if he wanted to. So I don't think there's any rule for that. I mean, if you think about it, there's advisors everywhere.
Right.
Like Jim Brown was an advisor for the Browns for decades. So I don't think that's going to be any rule for that.
The only thing that'll probably take him away is being in the booth for that contract he's got. Is it with CBS? I think it's with CBS.
Fox,
Is it Fox? Yeah, Fox. Right.
Yeah,
It's with Fox. So.
This is true. I will agree with Matt on this one. Max Crosby's consistently being held. I will agree with that. Our DBs are constantly being penalized and are scared of not playing hard. I believe with that first part, totally. Mad Max does get held quite often, and the calls are usually not made. I will say I agree with that one.
It was so evident against the Rams. I mean, it was so evident. I have never seen obvious penalties not getting called.
That was bad. That was bad. They were like clotheslining them. Like, literally.
Right? It looked like the longest yard or some shit out there. It was crazy.
Mark Brady.
Oh, look at that picture.
It's great. Tom Brady has said multiple times Josh McDaniels is the best offensive coach and play caller he has ever played under. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that, but it seems like, whether we like it or not, with all of these Patriots, if they have a well machine and they're able to work well together, I'm not sure we can complain about it. And it'll be interesting what everybody says if the Raiders actually do produce and start doing well, because there's so much hate right now.
I know.
Against, you hear the lost England Patriots or lost Raiders or whatever. And so it will be interesting to see. Arizona Raider Nation, what's up? I am 100% good with Brady buying in. That's what we all I think what we all kind of agreed on in the top of the show.
Oh, yeah. I think actually for me, the one former Patriot that I am still currently actually worried about is McDaniel. I mean, because no other assistant coach from New England has ever been successful under, from the Belichick tree. So he's the only one I got concerns about. Bringing in some of these other guys is great. You know what I mean? That, as long as they play, but he is the only one that I'm seriously worried about. Just, it hasn't been a good record. But anyway, we'll be great. 14-3, baby. I'm going to go back to my.
There you go. Santana says Brady probably said that about McDaniels because he had no control over Brady changing plays at the line of scrimmage. So he's basically calling himself the best play caller of all time. Is that what you're saying? All right. Well, I think we covered everything. Okay. Really quickly. It says it's only 3% ownership, but that part doesn't matter in terms of how much influence he could give. So,
That's a start.
Yeah.
He's building.
Before we get out of here, though, we do want to promo. We have exciting news. Of course, if you've seen it, it's been all over our social media. For Life, our Raiders story presents, along with Nation's Most Hated, our Ricky's, the grand opening, again, the re-grand opening of Ricky's Sports Bar season opener. We will be there for, I think, all of the away games except Miami, because we will be in Miami. Make sure to come through. We're partnering with some amazing. I don't want to show you all our hand yet. Let's just say we're partnering with a lot of great people, and there's some more that are going to be coming out. We're going to release those little by little. But right now, of course, we've got Baliknikov wine on boards. We have several Raiders legends that will be in the house, I guess you can say.
Yeah, in the house.
So make sure to check it out. We've also, as you see here, we got a lot of super fans, if you will, Raider Sing on board, Senor Raider.
Senor.
So if you are in the Oakland Bay area, make sure to come through for every away game to come check us out. We're going to have live DJ, merch stand. For the season opener, we're going to have a tailgate vibe in the parking lot. So
hit us up.
If you miss coming to Oakland tailgates, this is where it's at. Make sure to come through. We're excited about this one.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming for the Oakland Raider fans in the Bay Area to have a place to watch the game, to celebrate with fellow fans, and party like we did it in Oakland. So come through, and we'll be letting out a little bit more as time progresses. But we have some other big names that are already on board. But we got to give y'all a little at a time.
Hit us up if you have. If you want to come by.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun season.
Fun season.
It's already been an interesting off season. Well, we've got 3 out of 4 on screen here, Laker fans, and it's in the 4th quarter, so I think we got to go watch the end of this here. But you know what? We go out one way and only one way. Yes, Jerry, myself, Chris, and Johnny from Nation's Most Hated. We're the 3 Laker fans. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.